All right. I remember, just came back to me. I was at my Uncle Tommy's house. Now, my Uncle Thomas, Gunder is Craig Gunder's father, and he is the closest, possibility of blood orange in a Gunder. But he had a mother, much like my, he had a mother, whatever, and I would go over to Uncle Tommy's house. I'll call him an uncle at this point, but no, not a, significance at, ankle. He is not. He's an uncle. So now I know, I'm a hat. I belong to a hat. And everything else in relation to my hatness and my one that I belong to is an if. I-F. So now I have the in hat and the out hat that act very different. My in hat if is my Uncle Tommy and his wife of the time, while I was doing Air Force work at age 5, 6, I don't remember exactly the year. Craig was not here yet, I don't think. It was just Linda, I think, my cousin Linda. No, Craig was there. It was there. Okay, so maybe 84, 85, 86, 87, somewhere in there. Eleanor, Thomas's wife, I don't know what her maiden name was, she says, I go over there, and she's in some kind of tizzy, or she got knocked off into a tizzy, and she says something in my ear about, am I going to be one of those or did I molest Craig, or something along those lines, or was I going to be a child molester when I grew up like my family? And I'm like, what? I'm like, and I look at my uncle, and I'm like, are you going to allow her to speak to me this way? And he was just, he was blown away. He was just so then I get a call, Judy gets a call, who calls Tommy, about Eleanor had to shave her head to save herself in the future for disrespecting me. She had to disrespect herself more than she actually disrespected me, because, you are not allowed to speak to me that way and use fucking humanness. So then Eleanor says, well, no, because, and I'm like, why? Listen, I get I understand your humanness in my hat in iffy area. I was like, but I'm trying to get your as if I cared when you speak, to stop speaking at me as if I was going to answer you in something that actually mattered. I'm trying to lessen the if from speaking to me in telling me what I should be according to the ifs of where they're at when I arrived, so I can go do my hat thing with where I belong. I'm like, why does it matter to you if I sound like a Russian Jew from Poland? No, seriously. You're Aunt Eleanor, Tommy's wife, in the American if, and I'm a hat that wants to go to Polish, Russian, Jew territory to learn their hat things in out of area. So why does it bother Eleanor in the if around the shitbag fucking network that I don't want to be when I grow up? Didn't say it like that, but that's what I really want to say. This whole libertarian movement, great, okay, so all you women, You got pants, you got jobs, your own bank account, your marriages went down, your lives really fucking suck, you started kissing one another, touching one another, you got really important places to be, say, and do, and you got more education, or you got more power, and you just, I mean, it's like, is there any point where you all fucking calm the fuck down and someone switches off your switch? One little girl who has a hat position in whatever the hell that means in the world woke up in the wrong community, noticed it, asked a few of the male respectable, as was advised from where she belonged, for some help, and then the fucking wives of 1980 come out. Like, and I said to Tommy, I was like, do you see this behavior? I mean, psychology degree at like 3 and 4. Yeah, I already owned it. I was like, see this, Thomas? I said, this is what my pharma, right? My if that we're trying to make sure we don't, right? This is what a trigger word does. I am just walked in the house and she calls me a child molester, which I don't even know what that means. I was like, I think about it. Hold on a second. Mole? I am the mole. Yeah, but I am the mole. I was like, why is she so upset? What does it mean to her? I'm the mole and I'm the estimate of time it takes to get out of this if and get to my hat. I'm like, why is she making it like as if that's a bad thing, Thomas? I wouldn't even address her. I'm like, you're the male in the room. Right, so that pissed her off. And I'm like, I'm just looking for... They like this word liberty I hear over here. They talk about it a lot when they go to college. I was like, I'm just looking to liberate myself from this if network and just quietly go over there without having to set off too many triggers and ifs from, like, spouting off at the whatever. Trigger on the words. Trigger fingers, but in words. He's like, so I don't know. He says, I am starting to see what you are seeing. He said, I didn't ever think it through that. I mean, I called attention to something that like was bloody obvious to me, but they noticed it. It's just not something that they were, I don't know, like consciously aware of at the point. And then Eleanor's like, wait, but like here's like if you're going over there and you're gonna be like this really important person, like. And you're in charge of like programming and whatnot, and you don't think that we as American women are acceptable. And I'm like, did I say that? I was like, I don't, like, you seem to be really mad about this child molesting thing. First of all, let me set you straight. I'm a hat. I'm going to a hat. I'm the only mole, as is he, and the rest of the ifs don't get the, like, honor of child molester. Sorry. I'm the child, I'm the mole, and I'm the estimate of whatever the fixing thing we gotta do is. I was like, so was that a clear definition enough for you? And she's like, well, that's not what child molester means. I go, lady, I'm the one in charge of speaking and defining for your humans. I am here giving you a definition. Your government already told my Uncle Thomas that I had full authority to let you know and define for myself what things actually mean. This is getting complicated with women, which is why I gravitate to speaking to the men to try to find out what I need to do. Since just like my mother, Linda, I am not going to speak to the ifs of anything born after my mom, Linda. Just not. Only if I will speak to Judy and Grandma. That's it. And maybe Aunt Marie. That's it. I was like, but yeah, you, Aunt Jackie, and the rest of them, whoever they might be, nope. That was it. Eleanor wouldn't shave her head. I said, even if it's going to save you and your children's lives in the future, you wouldn't shave your head? I was like, oh, that says a lot. I was like, okay, whatever. So that happened. I said, tell me, what do you want me to do about this? Because this can be a big problem for you in the future, and I don't want it to fall back on me, like, as if, like, I actually did something, because it is all your trigger mouth, like, your trigger word lady. I walked into this scenario, I didn't ask for this, and I was looking for some help from you, but whatever. Like, that was the problem with the adults. They kept trying to tell me they knew better. And I'm like, I know that you don't know better. Like, you're not getting this. I don't live in your world of you already know everything about everything, and that I have to function as you function. It's just not going to happen, and I don't want it. And if you don't want to have me over, because I upset you in whatever I am, I was like, I haven't decided. I was like, I like your son Craig. I was like, because he reminds me of Dream Place, where I go in cosmic things, in spiritual places. I was like, but I'm not so sure about your daughter, because she seems to be very much like a woman like you. I was like, and the future is like, on whether we'll even get along. Swear to God. I'm like, this Linda thing must be, I mean, I know that they're supposed to say they're beauties, right? I was like, well, I don't like the one I got. I was like, and so far, if she's turning out like Eleanor, swear to God. My side at Hat elsewhere, hat at an area, was like, just tell them the honest truth, because I need to get you out of there as quickly as possible, and every little bit of whatever you pick up on really helps. That helped for all of, like, I don't know, what, 10 minutes? I mean, like, until some argument about child molesting came up. I mean, why are the ifs in... Why are they looking up women lib shit? Like, you don't even know what the fucking words mean! You're letting broken into an unbroken fucking system. One little girl, one little guy, she's a hot, he's a hot, they're leaving the planet completely, they're taking off in a fucking spaceship to go to, like, the dark side of the fucking moon. You'll never see, you'll never hear them, they won't bother you. You'll be just as you were when you last heard or saw about them. And nobody cares about whatever the fuck you think is important, and we're not discussing this until they get to the dark side of the moon and everybody forgets that they even exist. Why are there so many ifs in a two-hat system that only want for each other? And the ifs have always been a problem. More so the ifs in my hat network. We were hoping that Pharma could hold off the ifs in the out of network, or out of area. Right, because, like, this one was like, I see the difference with what, I am not interested in being Linda, being the next-gen Linda, being near Eleanor, and that, wow, right, I'm not for them telling me shit, because it sounds fucking crazy, and I don't have enough patience to listen to it. Really, like, I mean, it is broken, teaching broken about broken, and I got bigger broken than I got, like, actually, like, space engineer, so thanks much. 5, 6, I don't know, somewhere around there. So now she's got dementia. I really don't give a shit. I mean, whatever. It's on you. You were the fucking dumb adults in America that fucking asked for it. One's keeping me out of my hat where I belong. So now, like, when are we getting to the fix part? Because one hat still wants the one hat that she was born for, and all the ifs are really a fucking plague on everything, and nobody really gives a shit if they live or die. So could we get, like, the ifs in and out of network to work together so I can get the fuck out and get to the hat that I deserve and that I wanted, and, like, never hear or see from any of you ever again? And this isn't a competition. Like, I just want him, and the rest of you are just as insignificant as the day we were fucking born.